Hello everyone, this is Darlissa with Catbird Studios, and we are starting on day 7 in Among Trees. Today we're going fishing. I did lose a few minutes on this because I forgot to have the microphone on, and I'd already saved before I did. But what I've done is I've cleaned out my inventory, I've put the compass away, and I've got 2 cooked foods with me so that I can go and eat while we're fishing. That way you can stay out all day and hopefully only have to eat once, but you have one just in case. So let's go ahead. Alright, now the water is over this way. There's a little pond that is my favorite fishing spot, and I'll show you where that is. Now, since I have played before, I do not get the instructions on how to fish, so it will not show for me, but I'll explain what I'm doing as I go. This is my favorite fishing spot right here. So between this rock and this stump, and here I'll show you where we are on the map, right here compared to our house. And this is my spot right here. So in this way I have a good view of the best part of the lake. So I'm going to equip the hook, and what I'm looking for are ripples with the little splash like that, and I cast right behind it, and as soon as I cast I start reeling it in. It's no guarantee, but looks first one. Okay, I'm going opposite of the fish, trying to keep the tension but not going above that line, and here it goes. The bleak fillet, so I got the fish fillet and a bone. The bone is used for making sewing thread. So let's try again. There is. This is another area where you really do not want to move around too much looking for the ripples. You need to pick a spot and pretty much, oops, and go for it. So we're hoping to get a Walt's bleak skin. We're going to need at least 3 of those if we want to build to craft the best outfit that's available. Alright. Okay. Didn't get one that time. Usually as you get closer to shore, if you haven't gotten one, go ahead and bring the line up and just start over. Because if you get too close and you don't have a fish, you're not going to get one probably. At least very rarely. As if you don't bring it in yourself, when you get close to land, it will bring it up for you. Just like in real life, it takes patience. I've also found very rarely that as you're reeling it in and there's a ripple right near it, very rarely if you stop and then try again where the other one is, you will get a fish, but it's not very often. There we go. Okay. As you go, you don't want to get, the line broke. Too much tension. So if you get above that line, that top line, the tension will cause it to break. So it's a balance of keeping the tension going opposite the fish and not letting it go above that line. So you do have to move the mouse to keep going. There, this is the Walt Split skin that is used in one of the outfits. Maybe both of them. I can never remember. I usually don't do the outfit that gives us the best camouflage and speed and stamina. And it's raining. Every once in a while you'll catch one close to land, but again, that's not very often either. And the pattern of where they appear does repeat somehow. That's one of the reasons I stay in this area, because it's fairly consistent. There we go. And always keep this tracker in your view. If you don't, you can't keep track of the tension. So let's see how many. 3. I believe that's enough for 3 threads, I believe. So we'll get a few more. Okay, keep going. Oop. There, a red fin perch. Now this may be used for something later, but so far I haven't seen anything in the crafting room that you can use it for. So hopefully there'll be something. So if you've noticed, there's quite a few times where it's to come up all in the same area with the ripples. Blindly casting, you're not going to be very successful. Try a few more times. Looks like I got plenty of daylight left. I do still have one more blueprint that we need to find as well. Now sometimes you can get some fish from way out here, but they will fight a lot longer, so it's a little easier if you try to get the ripples that are closer to land, like only halfway out. Although occasionally you will get one that will give you a run for your money. Okay, it says we're hungry, so let's go ahead and eat. Here we go. Oh, there was one right there as we did that. Ooh, this is pretty good. And notice as even though I'm going against it, I'm also moving with it to keep the tension from getting too tight. Usually if I haven't gotten one by then, I'll go ahead and bring it back in. With that sun on there on the lake, isn't that gorgeous? It's another advantage to this spot. You get nice sunset. Yes, another waltz bleak skin. So far we have 2 waltz bleak skins. We need at least 1 more, and I would like to get a few more fish bones. That way we know we have enough for sewing thread for a new backpack and the outfit. We may have to come fishing again, but almost lost that off the screen there. Redfin perch. It's gorgeous. Now, if the ripple's too far away, it's not usually worth it to try to go after it. You can try just to see if you can do it. Aha! Okay, let's see. Let's do 1 more. See if we can get 1 more. Wow. Okay. Alright, I think that'll do for the day. Remember, when you have gorgeous pictures like this, you can press F3 to take a picture of it. Alright, so we got 14 fish. That's not bad. Got the 4 waltz bleak skins, 2 redfin perch skin, and 8 fish bones. Not a bad haul for the day. I think that's the best I've ever done. I believe you guys are good luck. What was that? Ooh, more chicory. Believe me, in normal mode, chicory does not come up that often. There's another one. Ah, there we are. A little disoriented for a second. Now, unfortunately, cooking the fish does not really increase their nutrient value. So you can just eat that raw. It also takes more sticks to cook, and which can be not really beneficial. Okay, so let's put the fish in here. We'll grab one more of these sticks in here. Let's go put the... Alright, so let's go look at the backpack. No, we can't. We have to get the sewing room first. So, if we want to do that, we will... Let's put this in here. Okay, so let's look what we do need. So we're going to need 28 fir planks, 6 dogbane stems, and a glue. We should have enough to do the glue. So we have that, and 7. Now I can't remember if we need 1 or 2, so I'll grab 2. If we need more, we'll just come back up here. Keep pressing that tab. See if we can get the glue done before. Larch resin. I knew I was going to miss it. I did get enough lime mineral though. So let's go grab how many larch resins? 1. There we are. So make the glue. Let's go put that up. It's time for bed. And tomorrow we will look for dogbane and get more fir planks. So how many fir planks do we need? We have 19. Not too bad. Alright. Let's go down and save. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Thank you.